This just in. The Memphis Daily reports that teen pregnancy and homelessness is at an all-time high in the state of Tennessee. These two events are often congruent to one another. In fact, teen pregnancy is a contributing factor for homelessness and is considered a major health concern for the adolescents in Tennessee. Nationally, nearly 50% of homeless pregnant teens are under the age of 16, and most of these homeless pregnant teens never study anything beyond the 8th grade. And although teen pregnancy rates have declined, as of 2019, there are 6,272 females between 10 to 19 years old that are pregnant in Tennessee, and there are 400 out of 7,500 people experiencing homelessness in Tennessee that are aged 18 to 24. There are many contributing factors for why teens experience both homelessness and pregnancy. Now, there's survival sex, where they have to trade sex for food, safety, and security. There's a lack of comprehensive sex education within the school systems and within the health department. There's also sexual crimes, where these teens experience rape, assault, and trafficking. Now, there's a significant impact on pregnant homeless teens, and researchers have made comparisons between these pregnant homeless teens and non-homeless pregnant teens with better life paths. The teens that are homeless and pregnant usually had their first sexual experience when they were 14. And some of these girls come from single parent homes that are headed by women. And these girls also come from lower socioeconomic backgrounds. And as a result, these girls are forced to drop out of school and leave their homes. And most of them never return to school after they have their child. They've also have been away from home for over a year. They receive little to no support from their parents and relatives. And the only support they usually receive is from their peers on the street. Because many of these girls view the streets as a magical place where they would find some form of safety and reliable family unit. So they reject staying in shelters because it brings them fear and mistrust that something will harm them or harm their unborn child. Now, a program that we will mention later called the Hogger Center mentions there are no housing options Shelby County for pregnant and parenting teenage mothers and their babies under the age of 18. Homeless shelters and battered women's shelters in Tennessee do not accept minor teen mothers and their babies. Therefore, many of these women have to be dependent on the state's health system, which is overwhelmed and cannot give them the adequate care and services that this particular population needs. And attempting to service this group is not usually consistent since they stay mobile. The term they use is circulation, and circulation is where they often go from house to house trying to find some form of shelter. Now, the mental profiles of these girls are very severe. They experience severe depression and suicidal ideation. Some will suffer from PTSD. They are 4 times as likely to commit suicide. They are likely to be diagnosed with a major mental disorder such as schizophrenia. The abuse they experience is higher among this group compared to non-homeless pregnant teens. They are 4 times as likely to have a history of sexual abuse, 5 times as likely to have a history of physical abuse, and 4 times as likely to be using drugs. They are also likely to be diagnosed with a sexual transmitted infection due to having multiple sexual partners from survival sex. Now, these girls mourn the years and experiences that they have lost as they search for affection and support and a better life in hard circumstances. And although there are significant negative health outcomes, the mothers often view the child as a stabilizing influence, and the child becomes a turning point for them to turn their future around.
So, teen pregnancy and homelessness is not only harmful to mothers, but can also have a negative impact on children. A few examples would be the inadequate access to health care during the pregnancy. So, the mother is typically lacking insurance or money for health care. So, they are not taking the prenatal vitamins, they aren't getting regular checkups, and they are lacking the proper nutrition and diet that's needed to sustain a healthy pregnancy. Not only is being a young mother higher risk for preterm labor and low birth weight, but if they're not receiving the proper health care, proper nutrition, and diet, that is also a higher risk for preterm labor and a low birth weight. Babies born preterm or with a low birth weight have a higher risk of developing health issues later on, and this can include asthma, educational problems, learning disabilities, behavioral and physical problems such as cleft palate or birth defects. Children who are homeless usually do not do well in school and most times drop out as soon as they can. In the US, this would typically be around age 16, which is the legal age that one can drop out of school. But as stated earlier, most homeless children do not make it past the eighth grade. Um, this would include also the demographic of teen mothers, and it's usually a multi-generational cycle, meaning that children born in poverty usually stay in poverty their entire lives, and children born of teen parents are more likely to become teen parents themselves. Some pre-existing programs and resources that are available in Memphis, Tennessee are the Covenant House, Memphis Teen Vision, Mid-South Peace offers a homeless survival guide, the Hagger Center, Sacred Heart Southern Mission has a Good Mother Project, and then the Adolescent Parenting Program. First is the Covenant House, and they are available 24/7, and they are open 365 days a year. They provide a no barrier, safe short term housing to meet immediate needs. No barrier means like you don't have to put a down payment, you don't have to have credit. And they also offer a longer term transitional housing for older people who are ready for more independent living, and this would be in the form of community housing. Another service they offer is food access in the form of food banks and uh, food pantries. They offer free health assessments. Um, they offer medical and mental health care, free clothing, and they are really focused on family reunification. They offer education in the form of vocational training, GED programs. They help find affordable childcare, and they offer life skills and parenting skill classes, financial literacy classes, and helping to keep up with child immunizations. They help fill out legal documents and offer early intervention referrals. Another resource that's available in Memphis is Memphis Teen Vision, and they just help with finding affordable and cheap childcare. They also help with answering frequently asked questions about SNAP benefits and the WIC program, and affordable insurance such as Medicare and TennCare. They also offer sexual education and help with preventative methods. And South Peace also offers a homeless survival guide booklet that you can download on any computer and print out. And uh, it's really for anybody who is experiencing homelessness. But there are a few resources located inside the booklet that are specifically aimed at helping homeless mothers, such as locations of shelters and food services, places to get identification and phone services for you or your child, free healthcare clinics, and it also provides a map of the city and phone numbers in case of emergency.
The Hogger Center is another program that is offered in the Memphis area. It's a comprehensive resource center for teen parents. It holds monthly educational sessions that include life skills, parenting classes, Department of Human Services assistance, tutoring, and education, and also has a monthly program to assist fathers. Another program is the Sacred Heart Southern Missions Good Mother Project, which offers emotional and psychological support for teens. It's a 10-week class about prenatal care, parenting, and nutrition. And each graduate of the program receives essential infant supplies by the end. Now, there's also the Adolescent Parenting Program, which is based in a lot of Shelby County schools. And in this program, ninth and 12th grade pregnant girls are able to continue their education while they have their child. This school offers a child care center for these students to bring their children to school as long as they're aged 6 weeks to 2 years of age. And this program also teaches parenting skills and strategies. All these programs and services at its core offers trauma-informed care. They make sure to have these parenting classes to help both the mother and the father. They make sure to connect the mother to a variety of resources to enable them to have a better future. It promotes strengthening the mother and child relationship. And at its core, the mission is to break the generational cycle of poverty and homelessness.